Hey Thunder Bay, my name's Kateri Skaarup and we're here at the Shaw Studios for our very first show, Giant Dreams Under Construction. What we're going to focus on with this show is the movers, mavericks and mavens of Thunder Bay and Northwestern Ontario region, a lot of which will have some Aboriginal descent to them, and we're just going to look at their success stories, what their dreams are, and what they're doing to accomplish them or to work towards them. Today, my very first guest, we have Preme 807, who is a local hip-hop artist and I'd have to say businessman. He has been putting on rap battles and concerts in Thunder Bay for a few years now. And tell me a bit more about what it's like to be a hip-hop artist here in Thunder Bay.
Well, it's kind of an interesting thing to be a hip-hop artist in Thunder Bay. It's like a lot of hip-hop artists aren't full-time right now in our city, so we see a lot of hip-hop artists coming out to the shows, but they don't really take the step to do anything out of town. So that's one thing that I'm trying to do and help other artists, if I can, come with me, as I did last year with an artist, Chepenko from Beat Farm. He came with me, as well as a local DJ. We had another guy from BC come down and join the tour, so we try to incorporate as many people with these tours as possible to take our music out of town, because we have so much good music to offer in Thunder Bay and so many talented people that I think we should, people should see it more than just in Thunder Bay, right?
So we do have a lot of talent.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
a lot of local artists, whether they're musicians or they're rappers. What inspired you when you were younger? What made you take this on? I know you work with Andy Raynack and Bay Media. Who kind of got you into hip hop?
Well, at first, I grew up in Victoria, BC. In the early 2000s, I started getting into hip hop with a few friends from Victoria, mainly a friend called Ease and Discreet. They were two friends that I grew up with. I went to school. We did a school project where we made a hip-hop mixtape and we sold it out in the hallways, and some kids made cotton candy, some kids made t-shirts and whatnot. So we put together this mixtape project, and after we sold this mixtape, I kind of got the feeling that maybe I could pursue hip-hop and actually get respected for the art that I'm bringing to the table.
How old were you when you did that?
I was 16 when I did that. Yeah, so I was still in high school. I was in grade 10, and then after my father ended up passing away around grade 9, 8 or 9, so I didn't keep following into my education, which I wish I would have. That's something I'm going to pursue now as well, because it's you need it these days, right? It's only so it's a big thing.
So you've done a lot of performances in Thunder Bay. You have family here, though. You are a member of Fort William First Nation. Who's your family here? You say you're from BC.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in various areas of Canada. I grew up I was actually living in Nova Scotia for about 4 years. BC for maybe about 6 or 7, then Thunder Bay. So my family, I have a lot of family from Fort William First Nation. My dad's actually from Fort William, and my mom's, she's actually from Finland.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so but her family's from Thunder Bay as well. So, but we just are well-traveled, basically, well-traveled family. We moved around a lot, and I picked up a lot of different things from all these areas I went, and a lot of different stories, and I tend to use that in my lyrics, so I can relate to other people with my realism and stuff that I've been through, so.
Well, losing your father really young, traveling a lot, it must have been hard to make a really good group of friends as a youth, right?
Yeah, it was very hard, yeah, so.
So what did you do? Was hip hop always something that you related to people with? Is that how?
Well, the thing was, I never really had many friends up until the point where I got into high school and I started making hip hop music, and then I started gaining a lot of friendships through hip hop, and the thing that I noticed about hip hop music in general is in the community, the hip hop community, no matter what background, ethnic background or any type of background, people seem to come together in unity in order for them to perform even on the same stage, right? So, a lot of times they put all their differences behind them, hit the stage, do their music, and it's all love, and it's all you know, everybody supports each other in the scene. So I mean, that's one thing that I really was thankful for, is for to get into this community and have such you know, amazing peers, you know, around me. So it built me up, and it made me coincidentally, I actually signed with Tony McGuire on my dad's birthday, and he didn't know that, or it just happened. And I worked with him for 2 years to develop my my artistry, because working in a professional studio, it actually takes a little bit of time to acquire some your sound, right? So basically, it took me a while. He helped me develop, a little bit of more of a realistic angle towards my writing as well. So that's one thing I really thank Bay Media for, and the professionalism that they've helped instill in me. So
Tony's great. He has amazing vision. He's really creative and really out there. So, and especially, he has worked with a lot of you guys in the rap hip hop community. Okay, so you put on these mic fights, you have an album. Yeah. You have 2 kids.
Yeah.
Do you have time for them? Like, what do you do?
Well, the thing is, it's hard, to spread my time with all my family, especially my kids. I mean, I don't see them as much as I would love to, and it's something that I fight with, because I want to be able to see them every single day, and I don't want to be able to spend a day apart from them. But also, the reason that I got into hip hop in general was to show my kids that if you want to go for your dream, no matter what age you are at, it's worth it to try, and especially if it's something that you love and you believe in. So I want my kids to be able to grow up and know that they don't have to settle for anything that anyone else thinks they should be. They could do anything that they want to.
And that's a great message to give to any kid or anybody really. Yeah. Now, you're kind of a businessman on the side. I'm watching you. I've known you for a couple of years now. We've worked together on a couple events. You do have this entrepreneurial business spirit on top of being an artist, on top of putting music together and everything. Do you recognize that in yourself?
It's hard to recognize really anything with myself, because I work so much and I do it on such a constant basis that I don't really stop to reflect, and that's one thing that's like I have to do more of now, because there's so many things going on. It helps to keep myself humble too. Also, the thing is, I've done some merchandising and whatnot, but it's really it takes a lot of effort and a lot of work. So I mean, it's something I'm gonna have to.
Okay, so on that note, we're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back with Preme 807.
Preme, y'all. This is my hometown. 807. It's the place that I'm rapping. Yeah.
My hometown, made memories of praise from my hometown.
Grew up in the city.
From my hometown, made
The place where my kids were born at. It's the place where my dad's resting, y'all. I say it now, it's not too late for a first impression. I done lost my way, I learned that lesson. I thought stopper for 6 years, the skills lesson. Man, stress in Thunder Bay's where my dad's rested. So in my mind, there's more than one sleeping giant. I grab the mic to rap, you can't keep him quiet. December 9th, join they we formed in the lines. Like a science, now we higher, we more than the climb. My kids, Maddie and Tristan, were born in this city. So with me, never get it twisted, it's more than a city. More than a place that I'm calling my home. It's over 807 whenever you call on the phone. So I put that on my neck to stay close to me. Every show I'm repping the city like it's supposed to be. First stage I hit in the city, notice me. Know every time I go at the city go with me. Yeah, check it. It's my hometown, yeah. It's my hometown, yeah. It's my city, y'all. Yeah, it's my city, y'all.